Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Set, 390. 52's the mic. Here we go.
Now a carry by the third-year man. This is Austin Eckler. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. He told us he wanted to have a big game running the football. He predicted well north of 100 yards. That's a heck of a start.
And we thought he was just blustering, right? We thought he was just kind of talking and trying to maybe talk himself into it. He knew something, and now that confidence is going sky high.
And they're already in plus territory.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Justin Jackson, second-year man out of Northwestern. And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Load it. 52's the mic, boys. Cluster. Let's go, defense. Hey, Haywood. Here we go. No, check that. We got Mike 52 right here. Mike 52. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his man here. It's Green. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 24-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Hey, Rocket. Mike 52. Get him.
2nd and 5 now. Rivers. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here we go. Black 80. Check 52's the money. Let's go.
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Well, we talked about Phillip Lindsay so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018. The Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So from undrafted to playing in the Pro Bowl in 10 months, that's pretty clean living for Phillip Lindsay. From the 31, Garoppolo. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Denzel Perryman in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. So the sack of Garoppolo, and now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
Hey. 4 down.
On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And an alley to run. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. The 20, 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I'd go right at them with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Here's Freeman, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Royce Freeman, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Extra point from McManus is good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Load it. Mike's 47.
They go play action. Rivers. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, Echo.
Now Rivers. Hunter Henry brings it in. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 22-yard line.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot. Mike part two. I got wide. 52's the mark.
To throw is Rivers. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. Third and long. Off the play fake here, Rivers. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Cortland Sutton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Throwing, Rivers. Allen's got it over the middle. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a toss play to Eckler, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Rivers hands off to Eckler. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
0. Hey, Charlie. 52. Let's go.
From the 29, Rivers. caught left side, Williams. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 15-yard line. Rivers now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. They run on first down with Jackson. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
To throw, Rivers. And it's caught. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Here we go. Here we go.
Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Hey, 79! 79! 52, right 52. Buzz! You behind!
Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Come. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. Go. 52's the mic.
On 2nd and goal, Rivers. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things.
52's the mic, boys. 52. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Switch. Kill.
3rd and goal for Rivers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. He's at the 50, the 40, 30. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Garoppolo. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
Here we go. 180.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter. 14-7. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Philip Lindsay with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches in.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
11. Hey, you got 3 down. Hey, Delta. 49's a must. Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
Throwing on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And he'll find Hall. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Phillip Lindsey, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. McManus's point after is good, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, Lindsey. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will extend their lead even further. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half, they'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Now we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Check the backer, check the backer. Joker.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Another run by Lindsey. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. The Broncos send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A first down throw here for Rivers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Lindsey. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make it a 2nd down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. Jatavis Brown there on the tackle.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. We've now seen 3 consecutive 1-yard gains, and it brings up 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. On play action, Rivers. This complete to Henry over the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. On 1st and 10, Rivers. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 41. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check curls, check. Hey, alert! Alert! Alert!
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Sutton is part of a good young receiving core for the Broncos. They liked Sutton enough last year. They traded away Demaryius Thomas, if you remember, halfway through the season. And Sutton, he responded. Rookie campaign, had over 700 yards, 42 catches for the man from Brenham, Texas, which is located halfway between Houston and Austin. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So it's not an NFL record, but it's not far off. That'll go in the books as a 61-yard field goal.
And wasn't it weird to see a guy line up for a field goal on the other side of midfield? The ball got halfway there, and you thought, no way is that going to make it. But it just kept carrying and carrying, and he winds up sneaking it right over the bar.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit.
Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
11. Hey, Steve 6. 49's the mic. Here I come. Set hunt.
From the 31, Garoppolo. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the fourth. They'll run on first down. It's Lindsey. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Here we go.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Cut. 12, fellas. Here we go. No. Check that. We got Mike 52 right here. Hey, exit. Watch the run. Hey, Mike, get that hunt.
Garoppolo. Over the middle, he's got Deshaun Hamilton. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on third.
Watch the slant. Shift. Patch it. 6-6, pull it high.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And all the way home for a Bronco score. Philip Lindsey, 51 yards. And the Broncos push further out in front. But go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
This one taken just inside the 10. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
I got you, boy. Check 99. Red. Behind.
Rivers now. He'll get this to Eckler. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 32 on the play. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Rivers on the money, complete. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Rivers again. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning.
And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Round! Hey, hot! 47, Mike, 47.
Stop your whining.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Shit. 12. Shit. Both sevens and Mike. Both sevens. Wait, 85.
Rivers to throw for it on 4th. And this is incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Broncos will take over on downs. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
At the 30-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Double tight.
They'll keep it on the ground. Lindsey, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and just like that, it's 3rd down. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning.
Mike's 49. Mike's 49.
Flag.
Check tight.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. Here's Lindsey. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Broncos 48, Chargers 14. Brandon McManus sets to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10. At their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. and never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again, and who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
On third down, Rivers. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the play.
And the Chargers, first down.
Block the team.
First and 10 at the 40.
On the ground, it's Eckler. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Come on, D.
From the gun, Rivers. And now here is another interception. It's Chris Harris with a pick.
Interception, baby. All day. All day.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
Choose the mic. Hey, let's get this, get this.
Get hot!
And they will take a knee here.
Buffalo on the keeper. Today's final score.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did.